Hello, guys, and welcome to Star Wars Empire. The prequel films in the Star Wars franchise provide fans with a deep look into issues that were only lightly touched on in the original trilogy. This discusses the various ways the Force can be used, as well as why specific characters use and do not use lightsabers. One of the most shocking moments in the prequels is when Palpatine pulls out his own lightsaber and kills Master Kit Fisto seconds into their deadly combat. Why? Despite his Jedi abilities, does Kit Fisto not stand a chance? Let's find out. As we continue, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this in the future. Starting us off, let's have an insight on Master Fisto. Kit Fisto was a Force-sensitive Natalan Jedi Master during the Galactic Republic's decline. Fisto was a skilled Jedi swordsman. Fisto was a great fighter who led the Grand Army of the Republic as a Jedi General during the Clone Wars, a galaxy-wide conflict between the Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems. He fought in many wars before joining the Jedi High Council. In the early days of the war, Fisto fought in the opening skirmish on Geonosis in a secret operation in Hisrich. After Separatist commander Newt Gunray escaped prison, Fisto and his former Padawan Nadar Veb went after him. Their mission went poorly when they confronted the feared Jedi Hunter and Separatist General Grievous. The general killed Veb, but Fisto nearly overpowered him and escaped without Gunray, ending the operation. Fisto helped the Mon Calamari fight the Separatist-backed Quarren during a schism. The Separatists ultimately defeated the Republic soldiers. As a Separatist victory loomed, Fisto and others went into hiding. He was later captured and tortured. Mon Calamari and Quarren restored their alliance and defeated the Separatists with Fisto's support. After Mon Cala, Fisto became increasingly active in the High Council. As the war ended, Anakin Skywalker told Mace Windu that Palpatine was a Sith Lord. Master Windu led Fisto, Saesee Tiin, and Agen Kolar to arrest Palpatine. The Dark Lord swiftly killed Kolar and Tiin, while Fisto and Windu fell soon after. Moving on, Master Kit could not match Darth Sidious' mastery of the Force. Darth Sidious held a highly deep connection to the Force as a Sith Lord, allowing him to use numerous Force powers beyond the ability of even the most powerful Jedi Masters. He was to be one of the most powerful Force users in galaxy history as a result of this. Force lightning was one of Sidious's powers, which he used as a lethal strike in a form of torture. On many instances on Ryloth, he used Force lightning bolts powerful enough to kill the Lilacs on contact, and also horribly burned and scorched their carapaces, which were durable enough to withstand heavy blaster fire. On another occasion, he used telekinesis to severely destroy the engines of a Twi'lek ship, causing it to fall out of the sky. Sidious could employ Force lightning in various ways, including attacking many adversaries at once and imbuing the ground under a victim's feet with energy, effectively electrocuting them. The raw force of his Force lightning was revealed to be significantly stronger than that of Dooku's. However, Yoda could readily absorb and deflect Dooku's lightning, and he could only partially deflect Sidious. Another hidden skill he possessed was the capacity to create a dark aura, a small storm of malicious Force energy that slowed and tortured everything within its radius. The full potential of Sidious's Force lightning, however, was realized before his final death on Exegol. When restored to his original self, Sidious released an enormous wave of Force lightning into the sky, quickly expanding enough to cripple all Resistance ships. Following that, Sidious was highly skilled with telekinesis. During his battle with Yoda, in which the two were evenly matched, Sidious levitated numerous Senate pods simultaneously, including the one he was standing on with tremendous agility and accuracy. Similarly, he was skilled enough with telekinesis to remove Luke Skywalker's restraints without lifting a finger when they met face-to-face on the second Death Star. Sidious could launch a Force push powerful enough to send Maul and Oppress flying easily, and he could easily keep them pinned. He later pushed Maul into the ground and walls, severely injuring him. Sidious was also a master of the Force choke. When he first arrived on Mandalore, he could telekinetically throttle two Mandalorians to death at the same time, and he utilized this power on two others while standing on the other side of the room. He could even employ his powers on a target hundreds of light years away, utilizing only a holo transmission to show him his target, allowing him to telekinetically strangle and pick up Count Dooku and open Bridger's handcuffs while projecting himself to their respective positions via hologram. Next, Sidious was greatly skilled in Sith magic. Darth Sidious' most powerful ability was his ability to predict the future, which allowed him to plan for almost any contingency. He believed that with enough time and practice, he could use the dark side to predict the future with perfect accuracy. The Dark Lord was also skilled in Sith magic, as evidenced by his ability to cast a dark illusion on Yoda using a ritual based on Belk speech incantations and access the world between worlds via an unknown ritual. He could also use Sith magic to create fiery blue energy, which he used to attack Ezra Bridger and Ahsoka Tano, which he could use as a weapon and a tool to bind and draw someone closer, as it did with Bridger. The energy wrapping around his leg and becoming akin to a tangible rope, as well as knowledge of the ancient Sith tongue, or Khitan. The Dark Lord was also skilled at using Force Persuade to the point where he could take complete control of a subject's mind and force them to obey his commands. Moving on, Sidious was well equipped with Dark Absorption. Similarly, Sidious was capable of deploying Dark Absorption. He was also capable of conversing with Darth Vader telepathically across hundreds of light years. However, it appeared that this power was confined to sending and receiving relatively simple signals, such as Vader's request for Starfighter, as the two Sith Lords spoke using holoprojections while discussing more sophisticated subjects. Sidious also had a remarkable capacity to sense other people's thoughts and feelings, especially those of extremely powerful Force adepts like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker. On a related topic, he was capable of concealing his own thoughts and feelings from even Yoda, and he managed to conceal his actual dark nature from the whole Jedi Council for decades before revealing himself. Sidious could also move as quickly as a lightning strike with Force Dash. He had the ability to drain the life energy of other Force sensitives such as Ben Solo and Rey, a dyad he overcame in the Force despite his cloned body's physical weakness. Sidious exhibited his telekinesis skills by lifting Solo and dumping him down a chasm after regaining his strength with the dyad's energy. Following that, Palpatine was a talented swordsman. Darth Sidious was a talented swordsman who had received extensive training in the art of lightsaber warfare from his master, Darth Plagueis. Although he preferred his dark side strength above his lightsabers as his primary means of attack, Sidious testified that only a few people were able to withstand his talent with the blade. He had a tremendously aggressive, rage-fueled fighting style and supplemented his swordplay with Force-enhanced speed, allowing him to kill 3 seasoned Jedi Masters in seconds. During his encounter with Maul and Savage Opress, he used a viciously fierce yet incredibly fluid combat technique, fending off the Sith brothers on equal terms and eventually separating them by stunning Maul for a brief time with the Force before toying with and murdering Opress. His fighting technique was a mix of violent ferocity, incredible speed, and lethal precision. Kit Fisto, a Jedi Master who excelled in warfare, was caught off guard by the strength of Sidious' onslaught and was killed by the Sith's lightsaber. Next, Palpatine was very experienced with combat techniques to face numerous foes. Sidious could combat numerous opponents at once, including the brothers Maul and Opress, as well as several members of the Jedi High Council. He was skilled in Jarkai technique using 2 lightsabers during heated combat in which he killed Opress and disarmed Maul. Sidious was skilled with both dual-wielding lightsabers and a single blade, which he employed against 4 Jedi Masters and later Grandmaster Yoda. Sidious slaughtered 3 Jedi Masters with haste after revealing his true name to them, murdering Agen Kohler and Saesee Tiin with a single strike each before striking down Kit Fisto moments later. Unlike the Jedi who succumbed to Sidious' sword, Mace Windu was able to combat the Dark Lord of the Sith on equal terms for a long time before finally disarming Sidious with a kick to the Sith's Lord's face. The confrontation between Sidious and Yoda, both masters of the Force, was a tense one in which the Dark Lord eventually triumphed, albeit with the use of his Force powers rather than a lightsaber. During a sparring match, Sidious easily overpowered his apprentice, Darth Vader, and knocked Vader's lightsaber out of his hand. When he fought on Ryloth, he was also skilled at blaster deflection, easily deflecting every single blaster shot aimed at him. Finally, as we conclude, let's look at Fisto's weakness. There were some areas of vulnerability in Fisto's character. Form 1 was great when severely outnumbered and successful against many opponents, but a single opponent could identify a fault in it, which led to Kit Fisto's defeat. This was the cause of Kit Fisto's demise. When he had battled Asajj Ventress on Ord Sistis, she had not only studied his fighting style before the match, but Count Dooku had also taught her Form 2, which was a more advanced fighting method than Shicho. As a result, she could bypass Fisto's defenses and come dangerously close to killing him. The decisive combat between Fisto and Darth Sidious resulted in Fisto's death because despite Fisto's great strength and prowess, he could not compete with Sidious on a level playing field. However, he was able to hold off his fellow Jedi, Agen Kohler and Saesee Tiin, for a longer period than he was able to do so by deflecting several of Sidious's vicious blows before succumbing. Well, that marks the end of our video for today. We hope you enjoyed it. On your way out, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching.